Hello guys, we are finally at Daytona. The whole field is here. No reserves, no customs. The whole field, you heard me right folks, is here at Daytona. 42 cars are going to be coming out here to do the Daytona 500 final practice here. As all 42 drivers are looking forward here. 29 of these 42 drivers have some experience of at least getting some testing done from the 3 sessions. And I think of the 29, about 22, I believe, have gotten through all 3. So, let's get down to the field and show our cars. I'm going to get the right camera angle here. We got a lot of cars, but the first one out I saw was, if I can get to it. There we go. Yep. Kyle Keith in the 42. Kyle Keith going to make his NRSL debut for the newly formed Sega Motorsports and the Target Chevrolet. We'll see what Kyle Keith can do, making his rookie debut. He's been a part of the newer leagues from what I know of, and correct me if I'm wrong, Keith, I don't know what others you may have been in, but from what I know of, it's what he's been in, so we'll see what he'll do. Stephen Pollard III, as we saw in our testing sessions, Volkswagen's been doing pretty alright. Second testing session made its debut. Third testing session did, alright. But Pollard III, don't know what can happen here at the Mobile 1 car. We'll see what the Volkswagen Jag can do, making its debut in the NRSL. Austin Talley was the third car out on track. Austin Talley in the McDonald's Mac Tonight car. You know, the first 3 sessions that we've had, as Brody's right there, he just passed his brother. We'll get to him in a little bit. But Austin, he's just trying to, he wants to forget about the first one, and wants to forget about the second one. Because the first one, he crashed out at the final stages, and the second one, I think he crashed as well. So, the third one, he did decent. He survived. That was the goal. Austin Talley, we'll see what he can do. Him and Brody are rookies. Brody Talley driving the 16 3-4 for Roush. He's been having okay runs in his testing sessions as well. Let's go to 62 of Joseph Ernesto. Now, Ernesto's got a lot of work to do in that Maserati. He has not been fast whatsoever. Has been toward the bottom of the field the 2 testing sessions we have been in. Maserati also itself making its NRSL debut, and it's not looking very good already. The speeds have not been coming up as well, so they need something done in order to get that car out very well. There is the 15 of Ramian Fisher. This is one of the guys, one of the 13 who got their cars. Ramian Fisher, a rookie. He's been a part of the ARCSO leagues. Was a part of the Sony Cup Series. Was a part of Booyaka the Dragons DuPont Cup Series at the time of the name. And he was also part of the Elite Series. Oh, someone blew up! That's, oh, that's Austin Talley! Wow, that did not last long. Oh, my. But, like I was saying, though, Ramian Fisher, he's got plenty of experience and stuff, so we'll see what the 15 5-hour energy can do. Let's go up the car up ahead, and that is Matt Dallio. He's the other of the 13 who got the cars there. Matt Dallio driving the 11 car. The 11's been the cursed car, but we'll see if Dallio, the rookie, can fix that job done right there. There is Tweenix Racing, the 52, Seth Cole, driving the Florida Lottery paint scheme. Very significant because obviously we are at Daytona, and Florida Lottery is the main lottery program for Florida. Good to see Seth in that nice paint scheme there. And here's another one of the 13 that got in, Isaiah Bernique, driving the 18 for Gibbs. And that's his teammate from right there in the 11 there who's going to go to the inside. Gibbs has 2 rookies and 1 veteran of James Qualls, which we'll get to later on. And there's Devin Becker in the Spy Plus Optics Wear 79 car. He's the only guy that was new in the 3rd testing session, did pretty decent. The 79's Spy Optics and Speedco car, we'll see what he can do for Devin Becker Racing. There's Joshua Balkin in the 91 Mountain Dew Code Red Machine. Balkin, well, he's been having some okay runs, but I think obviously because he's being new, I think he's just wanting to get the seat time or something, who knows. But Joshua Balkin, though, in the Mountain Dew Code Red Machine, we'll see what he can do, as he's currently 27th, now 28th fastest. There's the slowest already, not so well. Dylan Pote driving the Ryan Newman Caterpillar car. He'll be in his familiar schemes very soon. I think he'll be in his Mountain Dew one when the 500 comes, but he's just using this car just to test out, and possibly may use it for Talladega. But we don't know what's going to be in the minds for Dylan Pote right now, as his last lap was his best, but we'll see what Pote can do this season, moving over to a new ride. There's DJ Curse, another one of the 13 drivers that got in. DJ Curse when we heard Zach Buchanan saying that he was not going to return to the 4, a lot of question in mind for Stuart Haas for what the 4 was going to become, like who was going to be in it. Whoa, Pote tried to block right there. But we knew the answer somewhat. We didn't know the name was going to be DJ Curtis. That surprised a lot of people. And hell, it surprised the only veteran of the team, Clint Spillman. There is Eugene DeMax in the 12, the Ford Mustang car. Eugene DeMax had a good season last season. Made the chase, and he didn't do as much in the chase. He was the points leader in the beginning, and then since then he just fell apart. So basically for DeMax, he just wants to get a consistency going. That's what he needs to get fixed. Michael Norman driving the WWE Raw vs. SmackDown paint scheme. This is his home track right here, as well as another competitor, which we'll get to later on. Michael Norman here, we'll see what he can do in the Daytona 500. And I think this is a given fact. I don't think anyone has ever won at their home track for the Daytona 500 before in any other leagues, unless your name is Cody Lamas, who's been a beast in Nura. As Curtis is going to head down the pit road, there is Chris Washer, the champion. Chris Washer's been making a lot of noise, especially in NR. Well, if your name is Chris Washer in the NRSL, there may be a possible chance that he can go back-to-back. So we'll see what the Farmers Insurance Chevrolet will do, and here's an interesting fact, that the past two champions were in different rides after they won their championship. Chris Washer is the only champion from this season to stay in his ride. So, and when I meant to say past two, I meant to say just last season and the season before. So, good job, me. First season, they changed, which is Emery. This season, Washer stays. There is Clint Spillman, like we mentioned, the veteran for the Stuart Haas Racing team. And he had 4 wins last season. Pretty much a dominant car, but couldn't make it enough to make the championship, unfortunately. He won at Dubai to win his first career race, and then the chase, he just exploded. Won chase race number 5, chase race numbers... Or no, he won chase race 4, then he won chase race 6, and then he won chase race 7. So it's good to see that Clint Spillman's going to do very well. He did very well last season. I would not be surprised if Spillman does very well this season. He's currently 25th fastest. Michael Walton in the 99 fast in the Ford for Roush. Excuse me there, as I had something in my throat. But Michael Walton here, making his return to the NRSL since Season 2 Outback. We're very excited to see that. One of 3 drivers who's making their big returns into the NRSL series. We'll mention the other 2 in just a little bit. And speaking of Cody Lamas, this is his home track as well. Driving that very familiar white and blue Lowe's paint scheme right there for Yimmy Johnson. So we'll see what Cody Lamas can do and try to see, like we said about Michael Norman, if one of those 2 can win at their home track for the Daytona 500. As Carpet Road, we'll get to him in a little bit there. Jay Barker. Now, this is a name I did not expect to see in the signups. Kind of surprised me. It really did. One of the only car for Penske that was not taken. And Barker, he is currently 24th fastest right now in the Pennzoil Ford Fusion. Barker, we don't know much about him, but we'll know him later on when this season progresses. James Qualls, the only veteran for Gibbs right now. He's driving the Home Depot Husky Tools Toyota Camry right now for the team. James Qualls is a good veteran right now. His only win in the NRSL Universal Land Cup Series came at Phoenix last season, so Qualls has got a lot of work to do. There is Keith Batson. Now here's the thing. When signups came, this car was not available on the signup video. Turns out the day of the signups, the 46 car replaced the 55 and made his own team. Keith Batson, what a wise move that was for the 46 car right there. And actually, I also got to go to the front because I don't know what the sponsor is exactly. It's House of Color with a K. So, well, very exciting to see this. This is a very unique paint scheme. So we'll see what Keith Batson can do. He's also going to make his NRSL debut in the Outback Series later on this weekend. There is the 98 of Chris Louviere. Now, Chris Louviere, I really expected him being the Dogecoin machine. Why is that? Because, well, he's a big fan of Dogecoin racing. And I believe it was the Wrecking Balls is his team name that he is using. But Chris Louviere making his NRSL debut. He's also going to make his NRSL debut for the Outback Series, like we mentioned, with Keith Batson, who will be driving the 14. And get this about Louviere, he won the special race to get a reserve ride for Outback, so keep an eye on Chris Louviere. There is Mason Powers, who got the last car in the field. Kind of surprised a lot of people to see that name get in the signups. But the signups, when toward the end of the time, came so fast, It was hard to tell who got it, but Mason Power stuck in at the last second, got the 41 for Stewart Haas Racing. He'll be making his NRSL debut. Can't wait to see what Powers can do. There's Seth Cole, Devin Becker right here in a Spy Optics car. We mentioned about him. Isaiah Bernique. There's David Rivera. This is a well-known guy in the NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. David Rivera in the Nationwide Ford Fusion. We'll see what he can do for the team. Very exciting to see a well-known guy for that team, for Walmart Cup Series, to be in a Roush car. So we'll see what David Rivera can do and see if he can make all those fans of the Walmart Cup Series proud to win the Daytona 500. There is Tony Blazer. This is one of the other three guys who's going to be making his big return to the NRSL. The other one's the 7, which we'll get to later on. But Tony Blazer, driving the 97 Dairy Queen Toyota, is out here right now. He is currently 22nd fastest right now, making his Cup Series debut. But the last time he was in an NRSL competition race was Season 1 when we were at the finale. Since then, Tony Blazer nowhere to be seen in any NRSL competition. Well, he's back. Oh, we had smoke right here. I don't know who it was there. We'll get to that in a little bit. Nick Smith driving the 29. Jessica Sheldon drove that car last season. Now she brings along Nick Smith in the 29 this season to see how he will perform. Nick Smith was only a part of the Nationwide Series last season, or whatever, Xfinity, whatever you want to call it now these days. But at the time, Nationwide, driving for the 5. But now driving the 29 for Retro Racing. Him and Jessica Sheldon, no surprising to be teammates yet again. There is Sky Commons. This is actually one of 4 drivers who's making the returns to the NRSL competition. I made a mistake. I said 3. I meant to say 4. My apologies there. Sky Commons in the 24 here, making his big return to the NRSL competition. Last time, whoa, there they go! Pollard, Bernique, Blazer, Alex May. We'll get to Commons in just a second. And they're going to keep it together. Okay, that was just a bad move. I don't know what happened. But Sky Commons, though, last time we saw him in NRSL competition was Season 1 for the Cup Series, driving at the time the 11. Matt Daly was driving right now, but bringing along in Hendrick. We'll see if the Cursed Man in NRSL can fix that. We'll go up to the front here. Kyle Sosnowski is the other one making his big return to the NRSL. Last time we saw him, again, Season 1 NRSL Cup Series and Season 2 Outback Series. So it's very good to see that the 7 car, Hooters Alan Kulwicki Tribute, is back out on the courses. They're catching up to Devin Becker right there. Jessica Sheldon in the 9, moving over from the 29 to the 9. The Chase Elliott machine will be driving this, the other Chase Elliott fictional car, and be driving some one-off schemes throughout the season. But it will be very interesting to see if Sheldon and Nick Smith are going to work together. And no surprise, they're doing it right now. Speaking of Tweenix, Ian Dutta driving, I can't believe it's not Butter Machine, Ian Butta, I should say, driving for Tweenix, the brand new teammate for Tweenix Racing. No surprise to see this name to be on the Tweenix teammates, but Dutta said he wanted to bring the 32 along. I said, why not? And you know what? He's a part of the team. Can't wait to see what he'll do. There is Cole Daly in the 88. Cole Daly coming back to the 88, no surprise there, but man, he had a horrendous season. Somehow made the chase from the LCQ, and just had a miserable chase. So, Daly, I think the goal for him, consistency, consistency, consistency. Alex May in the 30 in the Outlast Chevrolet. Alex May moving over from the 51 to the 30 machine. Alex May trying to fix what he had a horrendous season as well, with Daly and a few others. But May, hopefully the 30 will bring some good luck, because probably that curse may have been the 51. There's Brody Talley and Austin Talley. There's Angel Navarro making his NRSL debut this series. Angel Navarro only a part of this series, though, not in the Nationwide. But we'll see what Navarro can do, bringing along Dr. Pepper and Wendy's with him. Ramian Fisher right there. There's Jackie Tang in the Fastenal Toyota Camry. He's been a part of the Nura, NSC Ray, and I believe he was a part of the NRL series. Yes, he was. He was a part, I think, of the Snap-on Cup Series, which is run by Sosnowski. So good to see that Tang's going to be a part of the NRSL competition. We look forward to see what this team can do for Tang Racing. There's Kyle Keefe. There's Kyle Miller. Ron Colors, Kyle's working together. Kyle Miller in the Smithfield Ford. The only driver for RPM. So it should be interesting to see because the 9 is a Chevy and it's for Retro Motorsports. We'll see what Kyle Miller can do this season driving for Richard Petty Motorsports. Matt Dallio's right there. There is Trent Dunham working with car number 1, working with car number 2, Dylan Young. The two drivers that really could not do any well at Daytona. Just basically have zero luck. Trent Dunham running the 2014 second machine, a brand new one here. Good to see Dunham run this nice scheme with Sonic and all that. Part of Second Motorsports, and also with Sunchips. Sunchips going to be a big sponsor for him, and we'll see what he'll do. And Dylan Young running this brand new Monster Energy paint scheme, painted by that guy, Dylan Poteet. Thank you so much. And this sexy-looking Monster Energy scheme is going to be very interesting to see once it takes the green flag for the 500. There is Anthony Ritchie in the 38 for Front Row Motorsports. Anthony Ritchie remaining the 38, wondering who his teammate was. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but Ritchie had a decent season, but Ritchie would like to change that if he can win the 500. And remember, Front Row Motorsports, they won the 500 Season 1 at the time of the 34, Jacob Stumpf. Since then, another underfunded team won, and we'll see if another underfunded team can win again. There's Anthony McCurry. Season 2, the hype was about Audi. Well, Season 3 was about Maserati and Volkswagen. McCurry, though, still rocking Audi very well. He made the chase with it, but couldn't just get up there for the win. He had like 4 or 5 opportunities for the win and just couldn't get there. But I'd say watch out for Audi. They're going to try to win a race one day. Be ready for it. He's 27th fastest right now. Christopher Harley in the 14. Wow, I did not expect this guy to make the sign-ups at all. Out of nowhere. Audi Productions 49. If you've heard of that name and have been a part of my series since the beginning, or special races, that guy's been a part of at least like 2 or 3 special races in the beginning. He had like disappeared. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, makes a stand, signing up for Stuart Haas. I am excited to see this guy be a part of the NRSL competition. Look forward to see it. Harley going to be very interesting to see. A lot of eyes going to be on him making his big NRSL debut. And a long time coming for him to be in my series. Let's see if we've... oh my, look at this pack! Oh boy, let's see if we get to some of the drivers before if they wreck out or something, because this is getting crazy. Let's see. Oh, there's the 34 Sanford Front Row. Now, Sanford drove the 33 last season for RCR, now part of the 34 for Front Row. Very interesting to see that Sanford moved only 1 number, but Sanford did very well spot, because, you know, I think I've seen him once in an underfunded team and do very well, so we'll see what Sanford can do. So I believe I have covered everyone, but I could be wrong. Let's look from the beginning to see if I did. Let's see. Let me see. Hopefully they don't wreck. Let's see here. I believe I did. Yep, I did. So we're going to keep an eye on this pack. As you can see, the slowest is Kyle Keith and Trent Dunham. Second Motorsports not doing very well whatsoever. Oh boy. And they're catching up to Maserati right there, Joseph Onesto. Onesto is 3rd fastest right now. They did some work on that car, and it is going off faster. Shell just took him out, and here we go. Final practice, we got a wreck. Oh my goodness. Oh, please don't flip. Don't have a flip. Blazer nearly hit Dutta. Oh my goodness. Sheldon just blatantly took out the Maserati of Joseph Onesto. I don't know what that was about, but I don't think Onesto is going to be very happy. I don't think Sheldon's going to be happy with it. Oh, jeez. They're trying to get around Seth Cole, and they're like scattering all over the place. We got less than a minute to go. We're going to take a look at the 2 wrecks before this one. Looks like Balkan's on pit road. He is currently the fastest. Wow, where's that 91 been this time at Daytona? I knew that big pack was going to wreck it up, and some of those cars are going to involve our pitting. Let's see what the big pack is right now. It's like a 5-car pack, and yep, it is a 5-car pack from what we can see, and that would be these cars right here of Anthony Ritchie, Michael Norman, Trent Dunham, Dylan Young, and Eugene Demex. The slowest now is still Kyle Keith, as Dunham got up a little bit on the time. Clint Spillman, 40th fastest. Man, he's not doing well. And there's the practice being complete. They're now going to give it another 44 seconds to finish the lap that they're on. But it looks like Joshua Balkan may have just got it. What you don't know, though, Anthony McCurry, he was dead last at a point, but all of a sudden made it in time. But There's no big pack anymore. That all decimated. So there's McCurry. He's 20th fastest right now. TJ Curtis. Pollard third for Volkswagen. Oh, we got it. Okay, here's that 5-car pack. Now let's see what lap they can get. Let's see if they can get any faster lap. And nope, it don't look like it. So it looks like Joshua Balkin is going to be the fastest car in the Daytona 500 practice with a 46.230. A very fast car for the 91 Mountain Dew Code Red machine. And Cole Daly, holy crap, got second. That is amazing. Now the cars are going to be heading to pit road very soon. Now, before we show all of everything, let's go take a look once this goes away. And now. Alright, so now let's take a look at those wrecks taking place. The 2 wrecks taking place when we were doing our practice session earlier on. Folks, you are not going to believe what just happened. Remember practice lap 11 when we were talking about Blazer noticing some smoke? This is what happened. This was the fastest car out in the field, with also third fastest at the time, Joseph Ernesto. They went 4 wide with Jackie Tang and Matt Daly. All these guys are rookies. And man, Tang just gets sandwiched, has no choice but to turn the 91, goes up into the wall, brings along Matt Dalio, brings along DJ Curtis, clips Kyle Miller. I think Miller, he does a good job saving the car. Yes, he does. Right in front of Kyle Keith, who does a great job there. Curtis gets involved. So I didn't know what happened there. I was looking through, and I was trying to find it, but now we know what happened on this one. And I think there was a second one. We'll double check. If not, oh yeah, the Alex May thing. Let's take a look at that. This is incident number 2. David Rivera clips Isaiah Bernique, another 2-rookie deal right there. 17 hooks the 18, who goes into the 30 of Alex May, who goes into Tony Blazer. And Bernique goes into Pollard the third, who's making Volkswagen's debut. Blazer goes into May, and then they both have a terrific job saving that car. And I believe, yeah, those two did all right. And look at this. Keeps the car going and doesn't go to the pit road commitment area, so they don't do that weird glitch. But good job by these guys saving their cars and doing very well. Blazer making his Cup Series debut and May being a veteran. So now let's take a look at the big wreck that happened involving a lot of the contenders. Alright, you're riding with Shelton on this one on the replay. Now keep an eye up ahead. That's Joseph Ernesto in the Maserati. Now that's a pack of about 10 plus cars in this pack. Now, I think coming off this small part of the turn, heading into the straightaway here, I think Ernesto was trying to block the 9 because she was coming up high. Yeah, that's what happened. I think Ernesto tried to block and didn't realize the 9 got a good run right there. And then there goes the Maserati. So both the debut manufacturers get a little damage there. And then Curtis going nearly around there. There's Sanford. There's Rivera. There is Ian Dutta, who goes right into his teammate Seth Cole. And Ernesto goes up into the field, gets into Becker and Seth again. Sky Commons gets a tiny piece of it, but keeps on going. Good job for the 24 there. And then they just do some... Then they just go out of control, spinning around. Are Cole, Sanford, Shelton, and Dutta. The good thing also is that these guys, these 3, Daly, May, and Blazer, do not get involved with Blazer. Very close call right there. Nearly gets into the 32. Man, that was a very close call for the 97, but he manages to not get hit. But those are a look of all of your incidents in this final practice here. And your fastest car for today's for this year's Daytona 500, that guy right there, Joshua Balkin. Let's get you to your finishing results right here. As I'm gonna put that as live right here. So here they are as shown. Joshua Balkin is your fastest. Then Cole Daly, Joseph Ernesto, Devin Becker, Ramian Fisher, Brody Talley. So the highest rookie is Balkin, but if it wasn't Balkin, the next highest rookie would be Ramian Fisher. Very interesting to see that name right there. Talley, Eugene Max. David Rivera, Michael Norman, Isaiah Bernique complete the top 10. Alex May, Stephen Pollard III, Matt Dalio, Sky Commons, Cody Lombs, your top 15. James Qualls, Anthony Ritchie, Nick Smith, Charles Sanford, Jessica Shelton, your top 20. 21st through 25th is Jackie Tane, DJ Kurz, Kyle Sosnowski, Keith Batson, and Ian Dutta, the champion. Chris Washer will get 26th. Dylan Pote, 27th. Kyle Miller, 28th. Anthony Curry, 29th. And Seth Cole completing the top 30. Top 40 is Tony Blazer, Mason Powers, Austin Talley, Jay Barker, Kyle Keith, Christopher Harley, Chris Liviere, Dylan Young, Michael Walden, and Trent Dunham. And the final two slow cars are Clint Spillman and Angel Navarro. Very surprised to see Clint Spillman on that list on the bottom. But you know what? Things can happen. But it's like they say, though. It's only practice, but wait till the 500 comes. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this wild, crazy final practice here. NRSL is back in session. So if you like this race, or actually this video I should say, please give it a like, comment any food thoughts on this race. Subscribe to be a part of the NRSL, as I will see you guys later on for the NRSL Outback Series Season 4 Race 1 at Daytona, and then the Daytona 500 for Season 3 NRSL. Thank you guys, NRSL Universal Cup Series. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.